Greetings, everyone. I am Rob Wilson of RW Artstellations, or Rob Wilson, and welcome to Artstellations. Eventually, I'm going to master that. It's going to take some time, but, you know, with my little bit of experience of which I got, I think I'm doing pretty good so far. So hopefully, everyone's having a great day on this July 16th, 2022. And welcome to Draw, Chat, and Chill. So, yeah, I heard a little bit of news of some of the things that's been going on, and you know, treating it for what it is. You know, for example, the MCU or Disney Plus TV show, yeah, whatever it is that they're calling themselves, the Disney TVU. Just introduced his first mutant, and you know, spoiler alert, but I mean, I didn't care. I'm not watching that. No way in hell. So, Miss Marvel, you know, the was it the third interval? Because you had Miss Marvel, you had Captain Marvel, and then you got the other Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. But yeah, apparently they introduced their first mutant to the MCU. And it's her. You know, it's not Wolverine, it's not Namor, you know, it's not the Fantastic Four. It is Miss Marvel. And, you know, kudos to that character for being so elevated and really pushed towards the limelight. But it's not canon, it's not the original, you know, process. It's retelling of a story that's like, oh my gosh, what the heck are they doing? Kevin Feige, I think, has officially lost control of the sails, and the starboard bow is in shambles, and the boat is about to tip over. And the oceans upon oceans of all of the, you know, original source material that the MCU had, or yeah, that they had, because it's Marvel. And they want to remake things in their own image and all that kind of stuff. It's nonsense. So shout out to MCU, the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, for failing again. Yes, that is again and again and again and again. You know, it's actually what they do best now is lose money and just hemorrhage it. So it is what it is. They've done a great job at making other people look a whole lot better, i.e., Young Ripper and the Ripperverse. So I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I want to make sure I was on here on time to make this happen. And I'm going to go ahead and get to work, which is some concept art. You know, I've talked about it, and I really want to just go ahead and get to it. If you got any questions, go ahead and leave some in the chat, reasonable questions, and I shall answer to the best of my knowledge. And if I don't answer it to the best of my knowledge, I'm going to give you an answer, and you may not like the answer. So that's just is what it is. So y'all take care, and go ahead and grab what you need to kick back and relax, and let's draw, chat, and chill. Lean back a little bit. So what we got here is some concept art of like a futuristic city type thing, and I need to come up with a bunch of these because that's kind of like the main focal point of the story that I'm creating. And for those that have known me, they know, you know, kind of like the main premise of it and where it was supposed to go. Some things are my fault because I lack the skills to create an organized comic book. And I guess, you know, when you want to get stuff done right, you want to go ahead and deal with the professionals. straight out of the gates and make stuff happen. Sunday was some unfortunate rain, but nonetheless ended up turning out to be a pretty nice and sunny day, as you can see. So I am grateful for that. Any opportunity to enjoy the sun is a blessing and a plus in these difficult times. Anybody see Love and Thunder yet? They should have called it Trouble in Paradise. Because the MCU, that was once a paradise. There's so much trouble in it. We got big trouble in the MCU. I'm terrible. Forget my singing. Correction, I am not terrible. I am great. And I will bring about greatness. To all those that hopefully appreciate it. Now, I don't want to make anything too big in this area because it's going to erase all of this right here. So maybe I'll make it like a park area. this right here is the part where I start getting some reference materials from Pinterest. Because I want to put some forest right there. So that's one of the key things I'm trying to make sure I don't do is overdo the small detail. I want to facilitate the idea of a park. Almost like drawing clouds. Maybe some bushes right around here. To allude to a pathway out. It's a big walkway given a ratio of everything. But yeah, that's a lot. The detail is important because let's see here. This is still 300 DPI. It's not bad. Okay, so some shrubs on both sides. Hail General Piggy. What's going on, man? Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, trying to get this Flying City up to par. It's a lot of work. And creating on the go doesn't make it any easier. How are your projects coming along? And that's part of me being a slow artist. The amount of detail I put into everything. Trying to show a lot of detail without having the buildings overlap. It's a bit of a challenge for me, but hey. In the infamous words of Larry Hama when I saw him at the first, what was it, All-Star Comic-Con at the Washington Convention Center, the first one they ever had, he said an artist has to study everything, so definitely got to do that. So, Miss Marvel, they put her into Marvel Avengers. Lots of detail. Basically made her a focal point of the story. Not really a good idea. Oh man, the sun's out of range already. Sun's getting low, big guy. We need Black Widow to tell Marvel to start shutting stuff down because the sun's getting low on them. But yeah, it's amazing how Kamala Khan, her original story has kind of come back to bite Marvel in the butt because she's an Inhuman. And because of that, she got turned into a mutant afterwards. What? So it's crazy to think that all the work that they did in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just got left to the wayside and they're acting like it doesn't exist. Arguably one of Marvel's consistent TV shows. It was like five seasons, 6 seasons, somewhere around there. It reached its peak with Ghost Rider. That was a legit story right there. People were kind of pissed that it wasn't um, Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider. But look at this. Look at it this way. You had a great opportunity for your diversity right there. You know, Robbie Reyes and his brother. The deal that was made in order to, you know, help out his little brother. And then even Phil Coulson turned into Ghost Rider for a split second. I thought those were pretty awesome moments. And it caused Phil Coulson to die afterwards. You know, that was a deal he made in order to get a hold of, I forgot her name, the, was it the LMD, Life Model Decoy? So I got a post on Twitter that I put up, and for some reason, it didn't post. So I'm gonna try it again today, and it's directed towards one individual. He knows who he is, and yeah, I'm gonna see if that goes through properly. If it doesn't go through, might be suspended for whatever reason that they decide to pick. You know, gotta go fishing for reasons to call people XYZ. We shall see how it goes. Oh yeah, and a heads up to everybody, I will be shifting some of my stuff onto Rumble. Eventually I'm going to try to do some streams on Rumble, just so that way I don't have to worry about copyright strike over copywritten free music. I mean, again, what's the point? Please tell me. But it feels good to be relaxing once again in the art studio, not having to travel long distances, and just kind of like relax. Much needed downtime. Once I get off of here, I'll be continuing my art, probably on Twitch, watching some competitive fighting gaming, and from there I'll be able to listen to some of the music I like. And again, that's one of the reasons why I kind of prefer to draw off of away from YouTube, because I don't have to worry about them, you know, doing what they do best. You know? And that's one of the major reasons why I'm such a big fan of Procreate. There are some things that it does really, really well when it comes to just getting the sketch out, getting the drawing out, all that. And with Clip Studio Paint is kind of like the finishing touches on some things. But at the same time, neither one of them have a collection of brushes that are very expansive, might I say. And because of that, I can take a design like this back and forth many times over. For additional things to have a finishing, complete piece. I guess people are taking a break from attacking Eric July. Although I haven't been keeping up lately. Because, hey, success. Can't deny it. You know, you can only deny it for so long. And then get burnt out. Especially if it's not taking effect. So my intro today, I had a little bit of fun of that last night because I was thinking of WWE SmackDown, and I was like, you know what? Let me use this fight night thing because I've been a fan of Sheamus since day one, since he demonstrated the power of the Celtic Warrior, and he overpowered John Cena in that ladders match for the World Heavyweight title, and he beat John Cena for it. Oh, that was great. Yeah, I knew if I would have used his music, of course, I would have been copyright struck by WWE in all their rules. So, picking something, you know, with a bit of a Celtic flair, I'm glad that was available to me to kind of get into the spirit of things. Signifying fight night. Which, I like that thing. He's got a whole crew and everything. Sheamus, he earned it, you know. Now everybody's starting to predict what's going on for SummerSlam. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because when I watch SummerSlam, I don't want no spoilers. You know, WWE is doing way better than the MCU, so let me enjoy and savor that a little bit longer. Please, if you don't mind, greatly appreciate it. So with these cities, I'm trying to make sure there's like ample jurisdiction and there's a little bit of difference amongst the many territories within the city. Some cities are going to look more advanced because they have different inhabitants, things of that nature. But yeah, it's just so much in here. I want to make sure I capture it. So that way when I do put this in the comics, it's not foreign to me and I'm not learning on the fly, which I've had to do before in order to get my first comic out. I mean, you know what, honestly, now that I think about it, my first comic book is available. And that is completely up to anyone who is inquiring, because yes, I am working on this comic, and you know, we're going places with it. I'm working on technically the second issue of it, and the first one was a trial run. You know, it was meant to kind of get feedback from people, and that just kind of never happened, regardless of how many people I shared it with. But I do have it available, actually, print on demand right now. You know, I think it's about 26 or 30 pages. If I can find it, I'll go ahead and send you a link. Okay, no, it is 20 pages, and let me see here. Yep, it's still up and available. Dystopian sci-fi Virgin Kill Paradox. In fact, let me go ahead and show it to you guys now. Yeah, this is my first trial run of a comic, 2018. You know, I had a different art style back then. I was dealing with, you know, kind of coming off anime. And my good friend that unfortunately passed away, me and him, we signed a contract to make sure he got 30%. And He told me to make sure that that went to his daughter if something ever happened to him. So I am honoring that that request all the way. So for anyone that might be interested or inquired, yeah, it's like a $10.99 comic. It's my first one. I mean, if you want to get it, hey, be my guest. Kind of see where I was in the past. Hey, if you give me feedback, you know, I'll improve. You know, the only feedback I've been able to get is from professionals, how to, you know, come up with a good product. And I'll be honest, yeah, this was not the best of my full potential, but it was a start. And I'll go ahead and put the link of my first comic right in the right in the chat. So if that's something y'all want to check out, by all means, have at it, you know. It's not like I haven't made it. Verge Kill Paradox is alive. And I'm just taking an extra amount of time now to make sure I have solid structure, solid story, solid concept art, no last minute changes, and it's already copywritten. So Verge Kill Paradox is already out. It's out, up and about and alive. And like I said, you know, it's not my best work, but it was a start. It was a beginning phase, beginning portion. And I really, really hope to do a lot better next go round. So that way we see a major shift from 2018 to 2022. That's a 4-year gap, break, whatever you want to call it, from the process. And that's honestly the best thing I can say I gotten from my last deployment, was to realize that, you know, hey, I need to come back home to American comics. So, and I'll share it from now on. I mean, I don't know if anybody would be interested in it, just because it's definitely no Awesome, and it's definitely no Cyberfrog, but it was a start with a call to action to bring about these amazing, bring about childhood dreams, I'll put it that way. So I feel like that's important to duly note. I did not have professional help. I had, little to no feedback from friends either, so it's alright. Either way, I'm gonna learn and improve. This one took a lot of work, but hey. Alas, we're probably into our last, what, 10 minutes? 20 minutes? Which one is it? Did that Flash movie come out yet? See, I don't think I don't think they can release the Flash movie because the minute they do the red carpet and they find Ezra Miller, arrested on site. And so it's like the movie that can't come out. It'd be so funny if Aquaman end up coming out before Flash, but we'll see what happens. I'm not saying anything's in stone, but it'll be hilarious. I'm starting to give these buildings some life. And the tricky part with these is that I have the basic structure down of, you know, how a building is intended to be, but then I have to add the futuristic flair to it, which could basically require me to deconstruct the basic foundation of the building that I'm making, in order to give it a much more liberal structure and appearance. I hope to eventually have this as a one-piece spread across the studio stars. I think that's all that's good for me this evening. Tune in tomorrow for another session. I'll probably still be working on this, but like I said, I was supposed to have done a stream last night, but I had a great evening with some really good company, and had a moment to really sort some things out. And yeah, life isn't as bad as you thought it was. So this is kind of like a makeup stream for what was missed yesterday. So, yep. Adding a little more modifications, getting more detail. As I get on with this, you know, even more, I will be able to, you know, add more liveliness, you know, buildings and all that stuff. And maybe have some small cars, you know, flying around, because that's what the future is supposed to look like. People that keep saying, you know, what the future is, that's what the future is supposed to look like. And if it does not, well, clearly someone was lying. Y'all take care. Thanks for stopping by or rewatching this and dropping likes. Greatly appreciate it. I will see you next time. Excuse me, I had dinner before I came on. And now remember to keep it Omni. And God bless America, because we really, really need it. And much success to Young Ripper. Also, I got a buddy of mine that reads comics. He's into comics and stuff, and he likes my work. He supported my work. And right now, I don't really have anything out there for him to support, but since Young Ripper's got his thing going on, I sent him a special gift package of ISOM #1. So once Ripper, you know, chops through the $2 million worth of, you know, fulfillment that he's got to do, you know, I'll get my book, my homeboy get my book, and you know, hopefully he enjoys it as much as I do. I mean, like, just think about it. You know, people, they're saying, oh, well, we don't know what the comic's about. We don't know what it is. If you listen to how Young Ripper talks, you either love him or hate him. That's pretty much, you know, how it is. And with that, the way you speak ends up being kind of like how you write sometimes, or at least a portion of it. But if you're able to do writing for your rap lines and stuff like that, then, you know, you got an idea how to write. So I think his story is going to be profound, especially since he's got an entire continuity involved that won't take any shortcuts like, you know, multiverse or time travel. So we'll see how he does it. This is his first big challenge. He's passionate about it, and that's the other thing too. When you're passionate about something, you put your absolute best in, especially if you got experience in it. He has great help, you know what I mean? So I don't think his books are, you know, I don't think there's no way that his books are going to be anywhere near as bad as mine, you know, because I didn't know how to write. So the dude's been doing his thing for a long time, and no question, he'll continue to do great things. So nobody makes those kind of numbers in 4 days, and with a following, and it just has bad writing. That, I don't think that's realistic at all. So that's it. I got faith in Young Ripper. I mean, he's brought great content, great awareness, and you know, speaks his mind all around. You know, that's why he has such a large crowd. People know him. He's been amongst all kinds of circles, and the word has been spread many, many times. So when that dude speaks, people listen. And that's it. God bless America. Wait. Before I go, I totally forgot. Tomorrow, Cyberfrog's Second Chance comes out. If you've read Cyberfrog, Blood Honey, you know what's about to happen. Ethan Van Sciver strikes again. This is a great time, you know. Hey, Marvel, DC, keep on failing. I mean, you know, you're encouraging people and independent creators to make truly great things. That's it. And interesting, I'm about to watch a video that he put up. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna do a little extra plus on the stream before I go. I was getting ready to go and I thought about there's a couple more things I wanted to say. I don't want to wait until it trickles over to the next stream because stuff be happening in 24 hours. Like millions of dollars be happening in 24 hours. So I'm about to go into that right now. Oh, what is that? What is that? Who knows, right? All right, let's switch over.
Someone needs to tell Ethan that the majority of us grew up with John as our Green Lantern, and we don't care about how.
Oh my God. Ryan Reynolds at his best.
Yeah, consider me told. But
Wait a minute. Green Lantern just
if you're
shoot
enjoying
itself
this
and disappear?
content, please hit that like and subscribe button. We need you here. It's like Tony Soprano said, like, how come every piss I take's got to be a news story? Yeah, kind of. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I am Ethan Van Sciver, 29-year veteran of the comic book industry. 20 of those years were spent at DC Comics, and the majority of the time that I spent at DC Comics, I was working on revitalizing the Green Lantern franchise, which had faltered due to, I think, some rather dull efforts by some rather dull creators. Take your pick. Green Lantern had kind of just slid from the 1990s when it was doing really well. It was at its peak. It just kind of, I don't know, collapsed in on itself, and it wasn't doing very well. They hired me and Jeff Johns to do something called Green Lantern Rebirth and bring back Hal Jordan, and it was very, very, very successful indeed. So that it actually made the Green Lantern franchise the second most popular DC franchise, just behind Batman. So yeah, it was great. These were good, heady times. Now, of course, the Green Lantern movie kind of slowed all that to a halt, unfortunately. That was weird. I still haven't seen that movie all the way through.
Ooh,
I've watched like the first 40 minutes of it, and I just quit. I'm like, oh, this is just awful. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like him as an actor. He just wasn't meant to be Green Lantern. Anyway, some people every now and then do ask my opinion about current Green Lantern events, as it were. And somebody on Twitter did say, "Have you seen the trailer to Beware My Power?" They showed me the trailer. This is a new animated movie that's coming out based on Jon Stewart, and I love Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart, to me, was an early challenge to make him stand out and above the other Green Lanterns. I wanted to make him classy. I wanted to make him kind of conservative in dress and demeanor. I wanted to make him a thinker. I wanted to make him somebody who I actually wanted to visually represent who he was and the intricacies of his planning and thinking in his constructs by making his constructs transparent so that you could see every rivet, every detail. I mean, he's an architect as well as a Marine. So I wanted to show that he thinks through his constructs are actual constructs. He constructs them. They're not just illusions. So anyway, it was listen, it worked great, and I really think we added quite a bit to Jon Stewart. I liked drawing him. And so when I watched this trailer, I was initially pleased. You can see what my response is down here. Looks like fun, say I. And that's how I felt. I watched it, and it was neat to see some of the other DC characters in there, like Ollie, Green Arrow, behaving kind of like Green Arrow. Hawkgirl was in it, and others. And it was just kind of, I don't know, it reminded me of DC Comics via the time when I worked there, and Dan DiDio was shepherding the Justice League, taking care of these characters. It felt familiar to me, so it felt very, very nice. But my reaction to this, which was just a terse, quick, looks like fun. I don't want to go in on stuff like this. I mean, I tell you the truth, I don't really care that much. But my reaction to this received a reaction back from some fans that just said, this is terrible. This isn't Green Lantern, not at all. Which prompted me to take a second look and actually be a little bit more detailed in my comments. I'm happy to just dismiss this whole thing as, yeah, it looks like a good time. Yeah, look at this. Did somebody sense my I wasn't being sarcastic at all. I mean, that's funny. I'm very direct about, how how I feel about this. If I'm dismissive, it's not sarcasm. It's just, yeah, it looks fine. All right, so let me be honest. I gotta say, I'm displeased about Sinestro's fake symbol, and the fact that his core aren't anyone I created. In fact, if you look at the core, first of all, let's take a look at this symbol here. You can see it here very clearly. What is this? Oh, is this like maybe this is a Green Lantern symbol? I'm not really sure what it is. Somebody pointed out that maybe it's a Green Lantern symbol. That's interesting, because it's not interesting. Hold on a second. First of all, he looks all right here. He looks a little too young. Looks kind of gay, I guess, but that's all right. I mean, that's where we're going. The symbol for the Sinestro core was created by me. It was created and designed by me. I got it from Parallax, the original Parallax designed by Darryl Banks. As you can see here, Todd McFarlane's just put out a great-looking action figure for Walmart.
Nice.
Of the original. Boy, that really looks like Kyle Rayner. It really doesn't look like Hal Jordan. What is this?
Uh-oh.
Hold on a minute. This is Kyle Rayner, Parallax, is it not? Where's his white, gray stripes here? What the hell is
I smell shinduckery.
this? Does it say, it just says Multiverse Parallax. All right, I'm going to give this a thumbs down for those reasons. Fear has made Hal's hair turn white on the side, Todd. You can't ignore that. Anyway, this is where I got the symbol from. Very clearly, I just pulled it from the Parallax uniform. Jeff decided that Hal Jordan had been infected by an entity called Parallax and wanted a symbol that was associated with Parallax and the Yellow Lanterns and all of that stuff. The color of fear. And I just took it off the chest. As you can see, here's a circle. Here we go up here. And then these sweeping kind of designs here. This isn't quite right, Todd. It isn't quite. I mean, it looks cool, but it isn't quite right. This should actually bow downwards and then come up. And that's where the symbol is. It's actually hidden. If you blur your eyes, you can see the Sinestro Corps symbol hidden in his chest there. So, yeah. That makes me sad that they didn't use that. I don't really know why. I also noticed that his core members weren't anyone that I created, which means that probably I won't get royalties. Now, should I be paranoid about this? I mean, you guys tell me. Is this a cause for paranoia? Do you think they actually made Sinestro and his Sinestro Corps more generic in order to avoid paying me royalties?
Oh, absolutely.
Just pay me, guys. Stop it. Use my stuff. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. You got every reason to be paranoid because if you technically think about it, they know you've been working on Cyberfrog Second Chance, and you know, you just announced that it's on the way. So why not try to find ways to trim down your revenue stream? I mean, it's just real. So, I don't think you really have to be paranoid, but I think bringing attention to it will really help and show. It'll raise awareness, and it'll show that, okay, you know, DC's trying to chop down EVS's, you know, royalties from the work that he's done, and let's go support him. And we know how the fans love to support independent comic artists that do better than Marvel and DC.
And just pay me anyway. I mean, you're only hurting yourselves and the fans because this other stuff sucks. I said that kind of sucks. Also, this is important here. Why is Jon Stewart the star of this movie? In the movie, it's because Hal is dead. All right.
Yeah,
DC Comics, you've got to stop doing this.
Yep.
You've got to stop doing this. I mean, the whole Batwoman TV show, which was utter garbage. I mean, just a trash bag of stupid and terrible ideas and feminist posturing. Batman is dead, so we have to take over. All right, look, Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart are friends, and they're, you know, the idea that the only reason Jon Stewart would be relevant or necessary or we could have stories about Jon Stewart as a Green Lantern is because Hal's out of the way, he's dead, is insulting. I think it works counterintuitively to what you're trying to say here. You're trying to put the focus on Jon Stewart, but in order to do that, you're behaving like the MCU back in its SJW days, where in order to, you know, introduce all of these new diverse characters, you had to kill off all the originals. So where's Tony Stark? He's dead. Where's the Hulk? He's dead. Where are all of these characters? Oh, they're dead, so that we could replace them with these soy-based fake fraudsters. Now, Jon Stewart is no soy-based fake fraudster. He's been around for a long time in the Green Lantern Corps. The Green Lantern Corps, of course, is an intergalactic police force that can have unlimited numbers of members. And you can tell a story about Jon Stewart without barely even mentioning Hal Jordan in any way. It's not necessary to announce that he's dead. That immediately makes this story fake, because Hal Jordan isn't dead, is he? So that's stupid. The plot makes me nauseous. People who push that whole thing, they have to kill other characters to put in new characters. I find that to be a mistake. I find that to be insulting, and I find it to be unpleasant and not fun. As far as Jon Stewart's presence and the rest of the JLA, I give it 100%. Jon Stewart's attitude as depicted in the cartoon is great. The rest of the JLA looks great. Look at this sarcasm, because it's absolute. I mean, it isn't absolute. You know, you'll have to tell me why it's absolute shit. To me, it's just, you know, it's pretty good. It's okay. Sinestro's yellow lantern symbol was noticeably altered to make it look more like a standard lantern logo. It's hard to get a glimpse of the trailer, but that's not the biggest elephant in the room. Stewart steps into the picture after Hal is killed in a battle with Sinestro that laid the Corps and Oa asunder. So many people are laying the Corps and Oa asunder. I'm sorry, I just hit my own camera here out of disgust and anger and fury. one of the things that I told Jeff Johns when we came on Green Lantern, I said I never ever want to see I don't want to see the destruction of Oa anymore. It's really boring. It's tiresome. Can we please have some stability and let's destroy other things instead? And the other thing I didn't want to see is I didn't want to see Hal Jordan like throwing his ring on the ground and being like, "That's it, I quit. I'm not a Green Lantern." Can't stand that nonsense. It's no fun. It's a real downer. And Hal Jordan would never quit. He has no fear. These guys are chosen specifically because of their qualities of character that would never allow them to quit this duty once they took it on. So I said, please don't do that ever again. All right, yeah. So I'm displeased about that. What else does it say? Oh yeah, here's the symbol. You know, like I said, you can see the collar here. You can see that. You can see, you know, that's the Sinestro Corps symbol. And by the way, everybody loves it. People were wearing it on T-shirts, and Sinestro wears it on his chest and an armband, which interestingly enough, I believe the animated series version still wears those armbands. All right, yeah. Having spent more than a decade in charge of the character's art, Ethan Van Sciver knows Green Lantern very well. He's also the creator of enduring characters like Parallax, the monster Parallax, not the guy Parallax, not the infected version of Hal Jordan. That's Daryl Banks. But I did create the Yellow Fear Cricket, as we call it, and Jessica Cruz, and won an Eisner for his pencils and inks on the Sinestro Corps story. Untrue. Just nominated, but I was happy to be nominated in this case. It was my only Eisner nomination for this issue right here. So I'm forever an Eisner loser, but I mean, I got nominated for an Eisner Award for doing one issue of Green Lantern. So other people, my haters can suck it. I mean, that's a phenomenal accomplishment. All right. So what can I say about this? Look, to me, I'm happy to see them making more Green Lantern content. I'm happy to see that it resembles in some way the stuff that Jeff Johns and I did. That's neat. On the other hand, yeah, like, you know, my complaints I think are pretty valid. This chest symbol means nothing. You know, it's generic. Unless it is like meant to be a Green Lantern symbol, that's so he's still wearing the Green Lantern symbol, but you know, he's wearing his uniform is yellow, so that doesn't make any sense. All right, I don't care. Let me know. I'm not going to get too angry about this. It's none of my business, and we're too busy winning in indies. But these guys, DC Comics, Marvel, the mainstream, can't stop tripping over themselves. Thanks, everyone. You know what? Let me just say something. A couple of things before I end. First of all, a couple of newcomers, quite a few newcomers, are like, why don't you use OBS? Why are you filming your iPad? You know, when are you gonna step it up? Now, I have OBS. I have made OBS videos. I've made StreamYard's recorded videos like everybody else does, but they're not as good. There's something authentic to me, and I think some of the early fans kind of agree about yelling at the iPad. I'm not yelling this time. This video is actually kind of pleasant, but yelling at the iPad and using my blue line, my non-photo blue pencil to, you know, this is called the pencil of scorn for my longtime subscribers. I don't know if I ever want to change it because it's just funny to me. It's, you know, it's so cheap, and it really is about what I'm saying and not necessarily the special effects on the screen. The other thing I want to say is thank you guys so much for being subscribers. We're currently on a march towards 150,000 subscribers, and we're making progress every single day. Boy, if you have not subscribed yet, would you do me the honor of joining this channel? Would you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for notifications and be a part of this family, of the Comic Artist Pro Secrets family? I'd love to have you here. Please continue to interact with the videos. Leave me your comments. I read them all, even the ones that curse me out, in the comment section below. Like the video, share the video, and help me push past YouTube's shadow banning of this channel. I mean, we're hidden in the algorithm. We just are. You know, they want to suppress the message, not this particular message. You know, Hal Jordan shouldn't be dead. I think that would have been fine with YouTube. But our basic message, which is that indie comics have to take over and supplant the mainstream because the mainstream of the comic book industry, and most avenues of pop culture are corrupt now. So nobody, YouTube doesn't want that message getting out, and I completely get it. But we have to defeat that algorithm. So please like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and I want you all to have a great day. I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye.
The All Caps Comics eBay store is live for all of your non-soy comic book needs. Whether it's Cyberfrog, Starblades, or Rainbow the Brute, ask for it in all caps. Check out the link in the description below. Hey, come follow me on Twitter, @EthanVanSkyver.
Twitter, the war zone. Oh, that's it.
In the latest news,
All right, let's
of
do
the
one more.
campaign, the train that won't be stopped, Isom, aka
Mr. Bancroft.
This is just one book from the Ripperverse. Eric July's Young Rippers incredible new campaign has blown past. It didn't just pass 2 million; it blew past 2 million and is now sitting at 2 million and a quarter, $2,261,000, and this thing ain't stopping. It ain't even slowing down. There were people who knew this. Everyone knew this book would do well. Yes, sure. People argued over how well it would do. I don't know if anyone, including Eric July, had any inkling of just how well it would do. It's sort of become more than a new indie book now. This is, I mean, we're entering the territory now of we may be witnessing a birth of a new era of independent comics. This could be the after Ripper and before Ripper. It really
2.2 million.
You can't overstate how massive this is.
That's crazy.
To comic books in 2022. It reminds me. Some of you may know I'm a ex poker player. It reminds me back in 2004 there was a guy who came in and he wasn't a professional poker player. He ended up winning the World Series of Poker. It kicked off a worldwide poker boom that is still still kind of feeling the effects of today. This could be that moment in independent comics. Eric July is not a seasoned pro. He's a guy with a channel and a dream. And it seems to be a guy with a hell of a good sense for business, a good business head on his shoulders there. And what could happen here is we see a massive influx. First, we see a massive influx of new creators looking at this, going, "Yes, this looks good. I wouldn't mind doing my own $2 million comic book campaign. How hard could it be?" They wonder. Well, obviously, of course, we've got 25,000 potentially, new comic book readers.
That's crazy.
They're at least they are, new customers of Rippers, being that this is the first time he's ever done this. And who knows? Who knows how many of these have never read a comic before, just being introduced to the medium. The hope going forward from this, obviously, is that they will convert into long-term comic book fans. They'll see what Ripper's doing, and that will bring them into this space. They'll get a look at other independent comics. Hopefully, they get a look at what's going on in Comicsgate. In my opinion, the most exciting and interesting space in comic books in current year. And it's on us. It's our job now to try and convert these new customers into long-term fans. And if we're creators, hopefully convince them to take a look at what we're doing. But as a creator, there's two things that I take away from this campaign. The first one is at 25,000 customers. Eric is now in a whole new space. He's in a whole new strata, way above anything.
Let me pause this right quick. I'll be right back. Bathroom break. All right, we're back. And powering on through. I thought we were pretty much done, but there were some things I wanted to go ahead and check out. And we are here now.
And I think most independent creators have to deal with. I mean, really, any. At least, you know, someone who's running a company by themselves. He's gonna need to set up a proper distribution system. He said he's gonna, you know, I can't remember what amount it was. He had a stretch goal. He's gonna buy a van. Eric, you're gonna need a truck, buddy. 25,000 is no joke. I don't think you can just drive 25,000 comics down to your local post office and get them to send out. You're gonna have to deal
That's gonna
with
be crazy.
some sort of major hub, have a deal with some kind of shipping company or something. I don't know how it's gonna work, but you know, I'm predicting he's gonna need like at least he wants to start fulfillment. I think in August he's gonna need at least you know, 10 full-time employees. I'm estimating maybe 20 casuals for whenever fulfillment gets really heavy as it's about to get. But,
and plus, he
yeah,
said he's
you know,
going to be doing some of the stuff himself.
Actually, this is crowd selling, not crowdfunding. It has the sort of skin and the fun, the gamification of crowdfund, but it's actually, you know, he's already printed these things, and that's actually probably a very good thing for him at the moment, because he's going to have to set up. I know he's setting up a comic book company. He's going to have to set up a distribution company.
Yep.
To go with it.
I was just thinking that too. And if he sets up a distribution company, it would be highly lucrative for him to maybe offer his services to other comic book creators of the indie kind. I mean, why not? You just about to create a whole new market, dude. You know, 2 million at your first book. Shh, that's crazy.
Looks of it, because this thing ain't slowing down. There's 68 days left. He's already sold 25. He's already sold to 25,000 purchases. I don't know how many books that is, but you know, it stands to reason it would be considerably more. The other thing I would take away from this campaign, which is just a massive, just so happy that this is happening, and because Eric has taken a big risk in doing it on his own site. We've not seen that before. Usually most people go through existing crowdfunders, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, whatever it is, or they sell on Amazon. Or he's made his own site, and but in doing that, he's completely avoided anyone else's fees. The only fees he's going to have to be paying are credit.
And plus, too, by making his own site, he probably knew at the same time that they were going to come for his stuff. They were going to, oh man, see, now I'm going to have to get into another video. We're rolling them out, you know, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. It is Saturday night, fight night, you know. He has an opportunity with that. Like, he already took the power of a lot of other websites and stuff, not just what Michael Bancroft said about the fees, but he also took the power of potentially being censored from some of the larger crowdfunding platforms, such as you know, Indiegogo, if that happens, Kickstarter, if that happens, you know, whatever else may be out there. He doesn't have to really worry about, you know, fees and stuff being, well, income being frozen too much, you know, right now. Because, I mean, again, he took the power out of, you know, the gatekeepers to a degree. So, I mean, there's so many different directions that he can take this. And with his mindset as a businessman right now, sky's the limit. You know, a good team, as long as he don't have nobody trying to sabotage the work, you know, I think he's on a good road.
Card fees to those companies, and at my estimation, if he had have done this on Indiegogo, he would already owe, and he made the same amount of money. He would already owe $113,000 in fees to Indiegogo. And if you recall, before he launched, he said he's invested $200,000 in this project before he launched. I predict that Eric July will have saved himself the entirety of his initial investment purely in money that he isn't paying to some external site in fees. So, yeah, with great risk comes great reward. I tip my hat to you, sir. You really did it. You sidestepped that landmine in the biggest way possible. So congratulations on that.
They might be coming
It's
for
not,
him
of
even
course,
harder now.
I mean, it's going to be like this for a while. Eric July is obviously on the tip of everyone's tongues at the moment and will be for a long time coming. But that doesn't mean nothing else is happening in the world of crowdfunding, in the world of
He made
Comicsgate,
history.
especially. Check this out. Aaron Lopresti, comic book legend himself. He's no slacker either. I mean, we're not talking 2 million, but we are talking 6 figures, young lady. Over 100,000 on his campaign. Wraith of God graphic novels are now in his possession, and the fulfillment process has already begun. Books looks great. I'm very excited. Only 3 more days. Hey, only 3 more days to back this campaign. Let's check it out. Aaron Lopresti's Wraith of God graphic novel raised $148,000 with 2,500 backers. And I mean, I don't want to take anything away. I never would, because I mean, Aaron is pure class personified. His art is amazing. Check this out. Look at that. And if you ever get a chance, check out Aaron's original pieces. The ink, the way he lays on ink, it really is something to behold. But yeah, Wraith of Good looks phenomenal. I do believe this point I'm trying to make here, getting to it eventually, that on his first crowdfund, before he had come and hung out with us in Comicsgate, he made like 15,000 or something. After Comicsgate, 148. Just saying. Just saying. No, seriously, well done, Aaron.
Good
You are
numbers.
a legend. Fantastic work. I'm so happy for you and Shelly. And yeah, I've already seen pictures of people, you know, photographing and showing off their Wraith of God. They're very happy with it. It sounds like you have literally a day to go to grab this if you still want to get it. The campaign is still up. Don't miss out. Yeah, Aaron Lopresti. Well done. Well done indeed. Now, also speaking of well done, I can't believe I have to do this. Hold on a sec. Let me hang my head in shame. No, my partner in crime, Rob Arnold, the Replicator, the guy I stream with more than anyone, has done it. He has passed the Rubicon. He is over 1,000 subs. Thank you to everyone who subbed to Rob. Rob and I stream a lot. Rob's focus on his channel is a lot of, he gets into the nitty gritty of the crowdfunding space, of Comicsgate, the do's and don'ts, so to speak. And yeah, he's built a healthy channel. We get a lot of people watching on his streams, and can't be happier for Rob. He's now on the path to monetization, so you'll be able to abuse him in super chats. Good stuff indeed. Go sub to Rob. But I just wanted to make this point. You know, back in the day, when I first started thinking about getting onto YouTube and selling a book and everything, and I looked around the landscape in Comicsgate, there weren't that many channels over 1,000. In fact, some of the channels that I looked at as they're pretty big, decent channels, were well under 1,000. And it just goes to show how much we have grown in you know, a few short years. In just 4 years, I made up this list of these are people that I subscribe to, and I just broke them down, the current state of affairs. So the channels with 1,000 plus subscribers, this is all them listed here on the left. Now these aren't all, you wouldn't say they're all necessarily active and tapped into the Comicsgate promotional network, but they're definitely at least adjacent, or you know, they're part of it. They're sort
Still
of, you know,
drawn.
hanging around. But a lot of them definitely are tapped directly into promoting CG books and indie comics and crowdfunds and all that sort of stuff. And this is crazy. This is actually 33 channels now active that are over 1,000 subs. And if I counted all the ones that are under, I mean, it would go into the hundreds. That's how crazy it's getting. Someone asked today, like, are we growing? Yeah, we're growing. We're growing on YouTube. We're seeing it. Some of these guys who've built these big channels, and we're just looking at the names. Here's Eric Weathers. There's there's Sweetcast on here as well. There's a bunch of other people are really seeing phenomenal results in their crowd funds as well. Into the 5K, we start to get into like the mid-level here. Gabe, El Taib, like past 70,000. John Malin, I mean, forget about it. Kelsey Shannon, Dan Frager, Lola, Sweetcast, Shane Davis, and JDA. These channels are, these channels are starting to get up there. They're seeing the results in their crowd funds, and then we get into like the 10K plus and the 100K. A lot of these 100K plus, to get up to that level, it's difficult if you're just going to be covering comic books, especially just covering crowdfunded, especially just covering Comicsgate crowdfunded books. So obviously a lot of these, they're doing their own thing. Star Wars, Amber Heard news. Trent's doing his own stuff. Yellow Flash, all these guys, but they're still part of the ecosystem here, and they're our friends. Or they're out and proud comic skaters. It's crazy to see the growth. It's fantastic, and I can't wait to see more of you jump onto this 1K list and beyond. Love to see it. Guys, that's it from me. Please do like the video. It helps so much. Subscribe if you haven't. Consider becoming a member. I think I'm about to post a brand new Rod Looper page today for all the super bogans in the VIP bogan Discord. So yeah, look forward to that if you are a member, and look forward to another video coming soon. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.
I'm going straight to Eric July's thing, and then I'm going to.
What is up, everybody? Thanks again for the support. We're closing in on 2.3 million as of me recording this video, and it has been a special moment. Certainly for me, a special campaign, considering what this means for my life, my family's life, and the fact that I am able to live out my dreams, definitely as a comic book sort of publisher, owner of a company, and having so many people enthusiastic about comics, both new fans and old fans, and it's just been an amazing experience. And we will be soon doing our content series over at Rippaverse Comics, talking about like what's next, because you have to understand the scale of this sort of changed, and it's a good problem to certainly have. And I wanted to, in this video, kind of talk about some things, and I want to, because it is centered around the success of the campaign. This was going to bring out certain folks, and we already knew that. And this has been such a
oh, this is going to be funny.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be the only time that I really kind of address this right here. I think there's an overarching theme kind of here that we can address, so we can address multiple fronts, multiple things, just by simply addressing this. But I have no desire to sit here and like have some plex with a smaller creative or anything. Definitely when that's sort of based on envy, or the fact that they don't like that I'm doing things the way that they think I should be doing. Like, I don't really care for that. I got customers to certainly satisfy in that regards, and if they're going to have this sort of crab in a bucket approach, then that is certainly their business, and they're going to just have to do that. But I do want to address this, and address it once. So someone brought this to my attention, which is very, very interesting. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and look at it right here. Y'all can see that. Yes, you can. So Black Sands Entertainment, I've never publicly said anything bad about what they are doing. Like, I've been asked about them. You've heard people ask about them in my streams, because they look at it like, well, these guys are trying to do some original black characters in their content, and I'm like, whatever. I've never tried to make an enemy out of them or anything. So this was kind of out of left field, and it goes to show how deep sort of this envy stuff runs. And I knew that this was going to happen, that when we saw the amount of success that we saw, there were gonna not only just be those that are so protective of the old guard, but there's also those who present themselves also as detached from, let's say, what a Marvel or a DC does. And they look at it like, well, that person's a threat to me, and they look at it like, well, I've done all this work and I've done all this, that should be me. And you can hear that, or see that rather, oozing out of what it is that they're saying, that they would somehow try to make an enemy out of all the things that would get people upset and irate, considering, you know, what it is that I'm doing is me starting a comic book company. That's certainly interesting. But he's made several posts certainly about me, and I just want to address kind of what this approach is. So first thing that I see here, this was what I saw someone share on my Twitter, I believe it was. And he says, Black Sands Entertainment Instagram, this is blue check marked as well, so it's not like it's some random page. Says, we always said there's a lot of money in the Sambo life. Interesting. The Fox News article, exactly what I expected. People will still argue with me that this guy isn't.
Oh, there you go.
They said there's a lot of money in the Sambo life.
We know what that is right there. That's black on black crime.
Interesting. The Fox News article, exactly. So it's not like it's some random page.
All right.
Says, we always said there's a lot of money in the Sambo life. Interesting. The Fox News article, exactly what I expected. People will still argue with me that this guy isn't exactly what he been for the last few years. So I don't know if he's been talking about me for the last few years or what, but Fox News covered the article. Is a pretty mild article if you actually read the contents of the article itself, and basically saying what it is that we're doing. It's really mild, but it's one of those things where, hey, the people that they like, or excuse me, dislike, or are told to dislike, are speaking about me in a favorable way, and that they don't like that. And I'm gonna bring that whole idea home here in a little bit, and it's gonna hopefully this guy can actually learn from what it is that he's doing, because this is a grave sort of mistake, and it's unnecessary. And he continues again. He says, I'm sorry, but if Fox News, Stormfront, 4chan, and others support a man, I absolutely cannot. Last time I checked, those platforms prefer an annihilation and banishment of my race. Interesting approach. To those saying the Rippaverse is just like me, unapologetic, why do the same platforms have endless racist posts about my company and pure hatred, yet love him? Maybe that's something that you need to go
figure it out,
address to them, if you think that there are individuals within whatever entities that you're talking about.
So with Black Sands Entertainment, I mean, I've seen that stuff a lot of times, and the stuff they created is for a specific audience. You know, people that want to see, you know, more black characters. You got it right there. So, I mean, he's been doing this thing. Why all of a sudden now, just like the title says, I mean, it says it. Crabs in a bucket. So, I mean, it's a damn shame, but it is what it is. You know, you just can't, like me. I am, you know, I'm next to nobody when it comes to the whole comic book art scene. I failed my first project. I did. And, you know, I took a step back and see what I can learn from it. Again, he just said that. You know, Ripper just said that, you know, this may be an opportunity for the folks at Black Sands to take a step back and kind of reevaluate what they've been doing. Have they expanded beyond what they created so far? I mean, I don't know. Did they just do that one, you know, animated series? I don't know. You know, I didn't get the, you know, I didn't see it. So that's just me, though.
About none of which I control, by the way, and none of which have anything to do with my business. Maybe you should go take that up with them, but nobody's came at me about annihilating certainly my race or anything directly. I would deal with it accordingly if that was absolutely the case. So I'm not even sure where this man or this person that is controlling this post and willing to publicly do this has anything to do with it. It's stemming around, well, the people that he does not like for whatever reason is they speak about me positively. I don't know what he's talking about with 4chan and Stormfront. I've never talked to anybody over there or anything. Again, and this is one of the more interesting posts because it was the most irrelevant one. And let me refresh this because maybe something's going on. Hold up. Let's see. Oh man, don't go go down on me now. Or did I get blocked or something? Did I get blocked as I'm recording this? All right, hold on.
Oh, snap.
We'll get it fixed because I think I can get that post shown to you all. Let me try to get it.
Oh, quick. Griff was making a video about a post.
Said.
Block him.
Yeah,
Block him now.
If I got it probably is just a
rage
bug or
blocking,
something, but it's fine. Someone took a picture of that for me on Twitter, and I'm going to pull that up. Here it is right here. So this person says same thing, and that post that I was just about to click on says, I'll just rest my case here. Believe what you want. My crew is all black. Everyone I affiliate with is an ally to black causes. You guys really championing a dude that goes out of his way to champion Kyle publicly. Now, again, what does that even, like, what exactly are you upset that people are stoked about this? And then you show a picture of me and Kyle Rittenhouse. This is for those that may just be listening in. This was at Blaze. That was that show that me and Kyle Rittenhouse was on with me and Yaku that day. And we talked about really what it is that he had planned to do about holding media accountable in his own, like, kind of little effort and all of that. Again, pretty mild. And I guess me taking a picture of this with Kyle Rittenhouse was such a problem, but I don't understand how that has to do with, like, this whole allyship of black causes and all that. Ironically enough, this is coming from the man who, there's so many folks that still think Kyle Rittenhouse killed black people. One of the guys killed was just so loosely throwing around the N-word, white guy, of course, pedophile, and all of that. And that's what happened, of course, out of that. And even when he got his first sit down, he was talking about, he supported Black Lives Matter and all of that, said Kyle Rittenhouse. And apparently me just taking a picture with him, and I don't know what he's talking about championing. I mean, it's just a picture here. What that has to do with anything. But maybe this is it right here. Of course, we've seen a lot of support here, and there's another thing that I'm going to pull up right quick for you guys as I am doing this, because maybe this is why this person has some issues here. So as this wrong thing, that Instagram thing is apparently just not going to work. So let me pull it up here. Bam, there we go. That's what we want right there, that article. So I looked into this because apparently earlier this year, maybe this is what got this guy upset. If you go look on this person's Instagram as well, or this company's Instagram, it says #1 black publisher. That's something that they, of course, take pride in. And of course, he's bragging about everybody's around him is black. And then he talked about, I guess, everybody that's I don't know, maybe working with him, maybe the artists and what he's referring to are black or their ally, whatever. I don't know what that means, considering the fact that, well, everybody that I've worked with have, some of them are black, some of them are not, various other races, and I never set out to just sit up here and do something specifically for one race or anything. It's about making good comic books and keeping people certainly entertained. And maybe that's why you had to do this. And maybe this is why he's mad. As his article says, Black Sands Entertainment secures $500K deal on Shark Tank with Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban. So we certainly don't have any issue getting invested or bankrolled by a rich billionaire white man. And you actually brag about all the corporate press covering you and in your, like, Instagram bio. You've been on this Forbes and all this other stuff, and apparently that's certainly fine for you to do, but God forbid that Fox of all people speak about me in a positive way, and now somehow you take an issue with it. And this is the crab in a bucket mentality, as you can see, talking about them securing something, 5% return from their brand, asking for $500,000, and it piqued the interest, of course, Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban. So if they invested in your company and all that, all right, great, whatever. You went on a show owned by a mega corporation, and what is it, ABC, and you got some money and whatever. I'm not knocking anybody for having to go that route or whatever, but you got to understand how not only hypocritical but how goofy it is that you're trying to make an enemy out of me, someone that was not bankrolled in terms of what my aspirations were. I just put something out that got people interested. And
so let's go ahead and keep it real and dive into the inner sanctum of thought with that. He got lowballed. Black Sands Entertainment, they got lowballed. they're mad because, like, or maybe it was part of a contract where, you know, okay, we got you in the door, $500K. Now you got to gatekeep. Anybody that's opposing the system and the order, you got to gatekeep. What's going on, Jolt Warrior? How you doing, man? Holding it down? I didn't see when you got here, but hey, welcome. I end up being on here longer than I thought, you know, kind of running through some of the streams. Hope you're having a great night. So, somewhere along the lines where, you know, Black Sands Entertainment, which was, I thought they were doing great. You know, I see their advertisements on Instagram all the time, you know, and the more they expand, you know, same thing with like Tuskegee Airs, you know, Marcus Visual and Company. Last time I checked, they're doing great. I got Tuskegee Airs issue #1, you know, I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't get it. So it almost looks like, what are we gonna have? Basically, like every person from the black community start coming out against Young Ripper. Is that the name of the game? Is that what we're doing? Because they're already protected. Don't be surprised if that, you know, happens, because, you know, some folks they got to toe the line with the investments that they got. You know, they're already in, like Flynn, and because of that, you know, they gotta go after whoever they're instructed to go after. I mean, again, and it really shows that, like, they offered them $500K. That's the deal that Black Sands Entertainment got with Shark Tank. Millionaires. But the fans and the supporters of Young Ripper have broken the glass ceiling of 500Ks of Shark Tank's 500K to Black Sands. So, again, is it worth it being with the big corporations? They'll lowball you. They will. And that's just sometimes how it is. When they lowball you, I mean, don't get mad. They put you on TV. You know, that costs money. You know, travel, cost expenses, hotels, being wined and dined, you know, trying to butter you up, you know, just butterfly fillet you down the middle, and then, you know, butter you up with all these trinkets. Oh, you'll get endorsements, you'll get commercials and all these stuff. It's the classic stuff that, you know, mainstream entertainment industry does. So, you know, again, he mad from something, or he just doing his job, you know, because he was probably told. You know, if he had the title of #1 black comic book publisher, I guess his title's being, you know, challenged, if you want to look at that label. But Young Ripper has affiliations of all kind, not just black, and that kind of gives a hint to who's more diverse. Just saying, without shouting it. So, crazy madness. Let's continue.
And yeah, they paid for the product. That's all that it did. I didn't have to go to an investor. In fact, that was one of the talking points on one of the trailers that I talked about, and that there's no external investors here. So the person that's bankrolling this company that you're griping about because Fox News, of all people, said something positive about it, is owned by a black man who is also married to a black woman. And you have an issue with that, and you're making an enemy out of that, which is goofy. Like, there could have been an opportunity for maybe even a collaboration effort, because again, I'm not knocking anybody in this space, and I believe that folks that just want to make good content, detached from maybe what the mainstream guys want to. The old saying is, you know, the soda rides and tide lifts all boats. There could have been something that you could have got from that, but
I just realized, guess who's probably going to be coming out of the woodwork next? Ta-Nehisi Coates. It would make perfect sense for him to show up and try to make a big issue over, you know, Young Ripper's success, and he's probably gonna say something like, "Oh, he's not contributing to the black community and XYZ and all that," and chop, 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 chop. You know, it would make perfect sense. You know, he's like, "I helped write, you know, Black Panther and XYZ." It's sad. I mean, think about it. If something else occurs dealing with the Rippaverse website at this point, because they got things running, they had kind of like a rolling start, a couple bugs, but if something else happens to it, I'm about to start calling foul play, because you already banned them off of you banned any advertisement off of Reddit, which that's one of the reasons why I don't even go on Reddit, because it's just a little too shady for me for social media. You know, I always felt like that. I tried to be on there, and it's like, nah, not really feeling this. And, you know, start checking out. I don't even think Young Ripper is on Instagram. He's just mentioned on Instagram. His main space is Twitter. So he's gone through, you know, blocks and, you know, temporary ban suspension. Same with YouTube. So I think for Ripper's sake, and it's just my opinion, I don't know jack. I'm just a guy trying to make it, you know, get my own stuff out there with however way I can. I'm a one-man show. You know, it would be great to have help, but hey, I have to gain the trust of the people, which may never come, and it's fine as long as I put my product out there. But yeah, Ripper might have to start looking into Rumble. He's already gotten Vimeo, so he paid his dues for that. So, I mean, he's got alternative backups, and he learned a lot on this first campaign, because again, he knew they were going to ban him from some stuff. So I see why he got his own website up and running. It shows the statistics, the sales, and all that stuff. So crazy world we live in.
Instead, you are knocking another black man, by the way, and because you called me a Sambo, which
2022 still got black on black crime.
Let me get this out the way. You a sucker for exactly that. In an event that you would like to, because you called me a Sambo, which let me get this out the way. You a sucker for exactly that. In an event that you would like to reach out to me directly and actually have a conversation about that, because you're trying to make a claim that's a negative connotation based upon my race. So what we have here is a black man disparaging another black man based upon his race, right? Not because he's just this ain't it. Well, we disagree and therefore he's disagreeing because he's black. No, we saw the receipts of this person actually referring to me to a derogatory term that is playing on the race. Okay, so a black man disparaging another black man because he's black and doing something, and maybe because, I don't know, you got some like crown that you think you have because you're the #1 black publisher, and maybe overnight that kind of changed. By a man that I'm not getting bankrolled by any of these cats. What I do with Blaze, for example, is a collaborative effort, and that's why my deal is structured in a way that it is when I come and I go and do my little videos of video contribution or being on the show, and I get out. You know, as a collaboration, we benefit, you know, this gets X amount of views or whatever happens out of that, you know, I get to reap the benefits. I own July and Ripper LLC. I own Rippaverse Comics, Rippaverse Publishing. I am the sole owner. There was no bankroll by way of any other, some like white man pulling the strings or anything. This is money that I had made, that I invested in myself, that I pocketed, and then made something great happen. And instead of actually looking at that like it's a pocket, like I saw a comment there with somebody like, hey, has he said anything negative about you? No. Have I been like unapologetically who I am? I'm not one of those, oh, I don't see race. No, I'm black, and I'm black as hell. And I have no problem being exactly that. Unapologetically so. But you take issue with it because, well, maybe the guys that you think are your political enemies are saying positive things about me, which is a goofy, envious loser type of mentality of all things to be upset at. It's that I am seeing the success that you wish you had, and it's oozing in the comments it is that you're making. Black Sands Entertainment, I'm not your enemy. Okay, as my dogs are howling, as my black wife, by the way, gets home. I'm not your enemy. And you're making it out to be it, and it's jealousy, it's envious, and we all see it. This whole concern trolling kind of thing that you're doing to try to cope with the fact that, well, you just don't like the fact that another black man is seeing success, and well, maybe he doesn't check the box that you think he's supposed to check. That's for losers, man. We're seeing the success of it is that we're having simply because I'm out there just putting out a product. I'm a libertarian, you know, I'm about liberty. I'm about voluntary exchange and all of that, but you know, my company is just putting out good material. And because I putting out good material that has people enthusiastic about it, you know, we've reaped the benefits. And I didn't have to go on Shark Tank to go ask for $500,000 so someone else could get something off the top. Instead, I was able to invest it in myself. I invested it in myself and in my company. And then we've hired here, though you so fixated, let's say that, about, oh, well, I got black people all over. Who cares? Congratulations. Black people that work that work for me on my day-to-day. Congratulations, right? But instead, I'm not dwelling on that because that's kind of superficial in the grand scheme of things. When I'm trying to pull out good content, to act like I'm just trying to appeal to simply black people, that's not what gets you the success like this. Definitely when you live in America.
Yep.
I'm making content for whoever buy it. And you see the makeup of some of the characters that have been introduced in our world. We got people from all sides and different walks of life that are enthusiastic and stoked on comics. And instead of, I ain't even asking for congratulations. That's not what I'm asking. But instead of just being 100 and at least looking at it like, well, this brother's out there trying to be great, you knocking me because I guess your little crown of the #1 black publisher is being threatened. You can have that. That's your business. You want to have that? It wouldn't be true anymore, but you want to have that, fine. I'm not trying to come for that. Instead, I'm trying to make good comic books and comic book material and comic book accessories for those that are willing to buy it. That's all I'm trying to do here. And you can knock me for it, but that's your business. Being a loser, man. What you doing, dog? Like, seriously, bro. What are you doing? Could have reached out to me directly and we could have had a powwow, an honest discussion. And instead of doing that, you on Instagram being upset. Oh, yeah, because I took a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse. Get over that, bro. Come on, man. You too old for that. You too old for that. But I don't know what stipulations maybe came with your little deal that you got with Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban or whatever. But go do whatever that is, and that's fine. But this is the only time I'm talking about this. I'm not doing this back and forth. You came at me and I wanted to address it because, again, the main point, the overarching point that we can address here is the fact that, well, there are folks that look at it like, well, they've been doing things for so long. And they like, oh, they see another person see success and that's supposed to be me. I've been doing this for this long. Why ain't it me? All these people had to give him the money. He making all this money. Why ain't that me? It's a sucker way to look at it. That's for losers. And I've never looked at another person detached from the mainstream, trying to keep things independent, do whatever it is that they're doing. No mega corpo bull crap. I ain't never knocked anybody for doing that, for doing it. We can disagree on the quality of the content or what it is that you like. That's fine. That's to be expected, especially when you're dealing with fandom. But I'm not. I don't look at someone else in the independent space seeing success as if that's a threat upon me, and it's on me to try to get in they way. Like, nah, bro, that's not how I operate. Especially another brother. Get over yourself, homie.
That's crazy. Let's see what these guys are doing over here. Michael Bancroft, Dale Keown.
Maybe starting some colors on it. So stay tuned on Anna's channel. We'll be there hanging out, talking about this, promoting this.
Man,
this book.
I hope to make something as
Shelby in the chat?
detailed as that one
I
day.
don't know. I haven't seen him. He's probably hard at work.
He goes by many names in the chat. Sometimes he's American Discord. He's got lots of alts. I don't know why he feels like he needs that. Philbo Baggins. I get it. Is now a member. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Yeah, dude, this is looking fantastic. So let's go back to the campaign for a second. All right, so that's the wraparound cover. Now, is that the
Vacation.
only cover, or do you have?
Still looking forward to
That's
that.
the only cover we need, brother.
Exactly.
Is that going to be the size of the logo?
No, that's just a placeholder. I'm not. We have to. We're gonna after it's inked and colored. We're gonna probably put the logo so it hides
Tucks.
behind the little.
Okay.
Bit, you know, so it's more integrated.
And it's a hardcover, and it's oversized.
Hardcover,
Like,
oversized.
Make that.
I got that
I just
on the
got
way,
this from,
so I'm really looking forward to it.
From Maddie Fowler.
Yes.
Psycho 66, black and white hardcover.
In fact,
edition,
because I'm
and
so
it's gorgeous, it's great. So it's probably going to be like a size like
proud
this,
of Young Ripper's
It'll be,
success, I think I'm gonna go
a little
ahead and
bit
share it
wider,
on my
so it's
Patreon.
8.5 by 11.
Because, hey,
That one's really
love
tall.
these.
I ain't hating.
Yeah, so it'll be like magazine size.
Not by a long shot.
Fantastic. And Dal, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I actually did a piece.
No. Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, you can become aware of it right now. All these amazing artists here. Look at this one.
There it is.
Wow.
Yeah, Ella. That's my character.
Nice.
Ella, and she's lying in the waters of death. In
The
front of her
poisonous.
favorite holiday spot.
Then we're gonna
the
go
sea
ahead and
rat.
shut it down by
Yeah, I love your
10 p.m.
Your artwork is so detailed, man.
Yeah, because I started
Too
7:30,
detailed.
2.5
Hang on,
hours.
Dalkion.
Yeah, that's good enough.
wait a minute. Dalkion's like, dude, your artwork is so detailed. Dal,
I've been looking. I've been noticing.
come on now.
No, seriously.
Hang on. Oh yeah, we got to play this. Which is the trailer that has Dying Days saying Bancroft.
That's the main one on the campaign
It's the
page.
top one.
Yeah.
All right, let me play that because I don't know why he did that of all of them. You listen to it, Dal. He says my name like he's like.
I think
why
I
is
remember
Bancroft in there? That's how he says it. Yeah, I'm taking.
I feel like I'm part of the Brady Bunch squares.
Here we go. Let's play.
Hey, it's the Diaz brothers from State Comics, and we're back with our latest campaign, bringing together all the greatest artists and talent that CG has to offer. So take a look at.
Whoa! I'll take it from here, Diaz brothers. What up, people? It's your boy, Mr. DG. Allow me to be your tour guide on the biggest, bounciest beach party book in CG history. CG Vacation! We got bodacious beach spots springing up from the biggest properties in indie comics. Baby, you don't need those guns when you got these guns, you know what I'm saying? Featuring art from the industry's heavy hitters, as well as the best new CG talent. I'm talking Dale Keown, Billy Tucci, Auntie Bear, Captain Jet, Brendan Draws, and many more, rubbing ink on hot properties you love, like Pit, Sheep, First Man, Sovereign Wolf,
Cyberfrog.
Canoe, Elusive,
Enter
Outcast,
EBS
Fuck.
voice.
I can go on and on. And I will. We got Andy Smith, Kelsey Shannon, PTP, Kaylee, Lil Presti, Monster MD, Rage Tully, Graveyard Shift. Yo, on CG Beach, we even got the weeds covered. Or, uncovered. It's gonna be more than 50 pages of pin-up perfection, like Penumbra over here. Hey, Mamacita, I was just walking by, and I couldn't help but notice. Holy crap, what the hell is that? We're all gonna die. Why are you posing right now? So what are you waiting for? Take a little break and get away with all your faves. You know you deserve it. Back CG Vacation on Indiegogo today. Later, gang. Dog,
Here it
Robertson,
comes.
Joe Ball, Sontag, Gary MTS, Lawless, Bancroft, Romero.
Bancroft? What the fuck is he doing there?
He's surprised. You know,
Yeah. No, I don't blame
Yeah,
him.
that guy's kind of a
I'm
jerk.
new to this game.
Mr.
I
CG.
mean, like we said earlier, like a lot of these guys are top tier. They don't go down; they go sideways or up.
Yeah, slightly up.
You know,
So,
I'm just
there-
I'm just happy to be here, guys. I'm just happy to be here.
We're happy to have you, Michael.
So yeah, get
I just-
amongst it, get in it, get on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
so-
want to be a little bit higher than I am right now. Little bit. I'm not
We'll get
asking
there.
much.
You'll get there, Dale. Just keep at it. Keep trying, buddy.
One day.
You'll get there one day.
You're still faking it.
Someone in the chat I saw said, what? So there's no actual.
Anyway, I'm gonna take a shot
announcement.
to that shot.
Guys, are you taking it? Hang on, I want to take a
it's getting
shot
kinda
without.
toasty.
It's Sunday for me, even though I will be drawing.
Now I gotta take another one.
This is the thing that we do here. I'm gonna finish my tequila bottle. You all know there's the tequila
Arriba.
emoji for the Super Bogans. I may as well just finish the whole bottle. We got.
Is there a worm in the bottom?
Not in this one. I have had one with the worm, but this one was wormless. There it is. People are posting the tequila bottle. Dale.
You know, all right, here's to, I've actually eaten kangaroo. So here's to kangaroo.
Oh boy. Here's to eating kangaroo. And here's to Pitt coming at some point. I can't get any more blood out of these guys.
It's coming on CG Vacation cover, man.
Oh!
I would
Well,
bet
that was a
first
lot.
appearance at CG. First appearance.
That was a
of
lot of
Pitt
tequila.
in Cyberpunk on the cover. There was a
Oh, eyes
question.
of water.
Are they getting
There's a
toasted?
question in the chat. Can I answer it, Bankroll?
Yeah, Saturday night.
Will CG Vacation feature a crossover with Anna's calendar? There will be an appearance of Anna's calendar in CG Vacation.
So I get all this done in Procreate, and then I'll shift it over the sketch. I'll shift it over in its entirety
Like on a
to
wall somewhere?
Clip Studio Paint,
You'll have to.
and then
I've got
go
one,
over it,
yeah.
sketch over it one
It'll
more
be on
time,
the
and
back
refine
to
it, and then
find
set
out.
it
Back to
render,
find out.
and then
Shanti
set it up
Jetty
for
says Hail Michael, Bill, and Dale.
set it up for inking.
Hell indeed, guys. I'm just adjusting. Dale, I'm not used
Excuse
to
me.
shots on the streams. I was once, but yeah, I guess I've been slacking a bit. Although I am Australian, so I should be fine with it. But
I'm still getting
we're
used
getting to it. Bancroft clickbait stream? No, it wasn't. I've been asking, guys, come on, what have we got? What have we got coming for Pitt? And they're like,
Oh,
All right, here we go.
here's one thing. You'll see Baby Pitt. You'll see full grown.
So what exactly
Pitt.
is the issue with Young Ripper?
Mhm.
Well, people just hating.
We might see
I
Timmy.
heard he made a
John
comment.
Cufino,
Yeah, I'm
Jimmy's
gonna go
thing.
ahead and post that on. In fact, let me go ahead and do that right now.
He's like a
So that way I can share with people.
Yeah, he's-
It's a whole
People
story.
just mad
It's
because
twin
Young Ripper
Yeah, you'll get it when
has-
he's down with us. But,
I'm starting
defeated
to,
the
I'm
Matrix.
starting to get a picture of
Um,
what this Pitt.
He's
these
broken the
20 issues
Matrix
of Pitt
because
Baby
Yeah.
Pitt,
basically
human half.
he just made it $2 million
You wrote that story?
in
Or, the origin story of Pitt was Steve Gurr.
revenue for his comic.
Yeah,
He
wrote
just did that in
there's
a matter
even
of 4 days,
productions and
something
things.
crazy like that.
Mo
So
says it's okay if we
yeah,
don't.
people are mad. They have every right to be if they want, and they just want to have
what are you
reasons to
sharing
hate.
there? What are you sharing
And
there?
because of that,
So I wanted to show some pieces
Um,
off that maybe some people haven't seen.
you know, hey,
Oh, yeah.
he don't hold back
I've
his
seen
tongue.
this, but, you know, I don't
So,
know if everybody in the chat has seen this.
Because of that,
I mean, Dan
he
Dan
straight
Wallace.
up
Dan
Wallace.
He hangs
is
around
killing
the
it
show.
right now, and
Yeah,
he's.
that's right.
ARO,
I don't want to say the cliche
for
term,
all
but
the
he's
track writers in the chat
he's
are,
really
gonna love
How
this.
the
fighting back at
Great appearance of
um,
Cartoon Orangutan.
his critics. The comic book ain't out yet.
I like
I
how
mean,
he's
so
like, he's put
it's
down-
almost like, wait a minute, this it's almost like, you know, negative folks are basically
Day of frivolity.
review bombing.
Oh,
You
look
know,
at
the
that.
same thing they used to
See
accuse,
now.
you know, people that didn't like a movie of doing. But hey, he's killing it. It speaks for itself. $2 million
And Trackback fans.
and counting. He's got like 60 something days left in his campaign,
Oh, look, I didn't hang on. I didn't
and
even
it's
notice
crazy.
other items in the background.
That's right.
Didn't even see that.
You know, and I want to make sure that
They're having a good time.
Hey.
You know, playing a little, maybe capture the flag, I call it.
Where's cigarette? She's the flag.
Shoot the flag, capture the flag.
I want to
do
make
know
sure
that,
that
I don't know if you've
that's
seen
made clear, because I mean, like,
8%
some people, they hear stuff from the people that they follow, and then
on a bus.
they may be
They
paid
know where to
to
grab. Like they
literally
always do. They're like
you
pulling
know,
down
downplay.
tops, They're giving things
You
a
know,
squeeze.
I'm honestly, I'm a fan. I've been following Young Ripper since
Back to Primal.
2017,
Primal, it's very Primal.
and I'm not getting paid to chill. Just like people already accused him of cooking the books, you know, forging the numbers. That's why he needed on his website, you know, it's artificial numbers, artificial money that he made, you know, fiat. So people just coming up with all kind of stuff. People were posting Rippaverse in whatchamacallit, what's the damn thing called? And
it's like,
you know, everybody Reddit. They've been talking about it on there, and they banned Reddit banned anything that has to do with Rippaverse because they're associating the Rippaverse comics with the hate group via Comicsgate. And these guys I'm watching now, these are Comicsgate. They're independent creators that used to work for you know, the big titles, you know, DC, Marvel, Image, and all that, and they're doing their own thing now because like the mainstream big two are just off the chain. Like it's a code almost, and if you don't toe the line, they will get rid of you. So that's why I always wanted to make my own comics, stay independent, have my own brand, which I'm doing. But hey, it takes a lot of work trying to run a solo show and make stuff happen. So, you know, I'm still, that's why I push every day, every chance I get to draw and make some cool stuff.
oh, what is that? Ew.
Eric. That's usually you'd find that on one of mine.
Give me 1 sec, I'll be right
I
back.
gave him no direction.
Or I'll be
okay?
drawing a couple more, a little bit more before we shut down this evening.
Splooge bot is also love. Alright. Hey, alright, Splort, of course.
There you go.
This is deep lore stuff.
Yep.
This is deep lore. I love it.
So you get some Battlebrook Road if you back CG Vacation. So I think we're 2 weeks out and still going strong.
In fact, I'm gonna go and draft this and I'm gonna finish it later.
Yeah. Cleared up whatever silly issue there was going on there. They were shadow banning you. That's all sorted now.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. We weren't getting picked up
I don't see no
on
option to
the
draft, so
area of Indiegogo.
oh well.
Because they said
I'll leave it up and then I'll switch it over.
Projects with
But yeah, it's a lot, man. I mean, that's the thing now. It's kind of tough to make comics and just have fun and have things simple because people want you to attach to their ideology. And it's like, bro, I'm just trying to draw and make comics.
Ending phase and
you know,
get some extra
childhood aspirations. So
that was kind of
and he's been pretty vocal about a lot of the stuff.
Fantastic.
He didn't like what Marvel and DC had been doing. So in a way, he got to the point where he got tired of commentating about it and said, you know what, I'm gonna make a meaningful impact myself. So he uses his affiliations and audience that he had, you know, doing social commentary. And as he even said himself, he put his money where his mouth is. And yeah.
Great to have you here in CG.
Thank you.
Forward to seeing.
Yeah, dude. He broke $2 million in 4 days. Look at his website. I'm gonna post it right here. It is crazy. This dude has made history.
I've already blown enough smoke up your ass tonight.
He has literally made history. Like, this is one of the biggest historical moments in the history of independent comics, and in a way, in comics, period. You know, that's unheard of. In the middle of, like, we're tiptoeing on a recession with inflation's high and stuff. Folks got $2 million. Right now, his total revenue is at, here. Total revenue right now is at 2.291. You know what I'm saying? $2.2 million. Tiptoeing on 2.3. You see what I'm saying? And that's insane. But he made his own website because, again, he just saved himself probably a boatload of money in, you know, transaction fees, being on Indiegogo and all that stuff. Or Kickstarter. which, if you can, rethinking your business model, you want eyes, you're pulling eyes away from those common places. And, oh, dag, I think they done. Are they done? Yeah, dang. That's the end of that stream. Alright, so I'm going to go back to get my drawing. But yeah, if you think about it, he's almost in a way restructuring how independent comics can be produced, developed. And that's a lot of fulfillment, dude. From t-shirts to posters and all that stuff. And I ordered his, I think I got everything below. I got the one just above Get It All, which was, I got the poster, I got ISOM covers number 1 and 2 signed, and then oh no, I don't think I got the sign. I can't remember. I might have gotten the sign. Then I got one of his characters, Yara. I got her poster. I got the ISOM t-shirt. I got the Dokuman trading cards, which are like giant size trading cards. And yeah, I mean, this dude, he had a very well thought out plan. And I salute him. You know what I'm saying? This is study material for me. You know, I've seen how some of the top producers put stuff together on Comicsgate, and they normally have all their stuff on whatchamacallit. He said it helps he already has a phone. Correct. Yes, sir. That's why I'm trying to push and push and push, and be affiliated with groups that, you know, appreciate comics and, you know, enjoy things for what it is. So that's why it helps to, you know, put yourself out there a little bit more, break the you know, break the barriers of shyness and all that kind of stuff. You know, and just speak your mind, and you know, do what you can. I mean, shoot, as I've been slowly growing, you know, I average about somewhere between, like, well, when I first came back, I was doing like maybe anywhere between 6 to 12 views. And when I started talking about the Rippaverse, I mean, 64 views. For me, that's higher than, you know, what I've ever gotten so far. And you know, steadily growing, especially when people know that you're gonna be there every week. So that's one of the key things. So with Patreon, you know, as I know you and I talked about it, it's always good to reevaluate your business model, see what's worked, see what hasn't worked, you know, see what can be improved every year. You know, if you find that you're spending money on a service that, you know, is not improving or boosting your business, then you got to look for alternatives. So all those go hand in hand in business model. Me, unfortunately, I'm just a turtle, so I'm kind of slow with some of the growth that can be made and progress be made. You know, and like I said, if Young Ripper got a team, so he already has a following and he had a team, and his artists and stuff, and he wrote the book. They already had professional careers, so I think that helped him tremendously a lot, because then he was bringing the name recognition of the artists over, and he purchased a whole warehouse. I think the warehouse thing he might have gotten from like Ethan Van Sciver, because EVS, he has a warehouse for Cyberfrog stuff. And EVS spends plenty of time doing streams on, you know, how the comic book industry, mainstream comic book industry, has been failing. And he does live streams and all that stuff too. So I think it's a good community, as opposed to like just people that don't say anything. You know, I've been in some groups, some art groups, where people just don't say anything. So, you know, how can you grow at that point? And that's not taken away. What do you say? Us turtles got to stick together then. Yeah, that's right, you know. We get like 2 more, then we'll be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Getting it in, you know. So yeah, that's one of the key things, man. You know, just finding those communities, um, and improving and growing. You know, showing progress on your stuff. You know, I cut some corners for some of my art? Yeah, because I know I'm behind on some of it. So I'll use 3D models as references and stuff like that, and you know, put together a really calculating piece. So people may not like it, or they'll be like, "Oh, see, he's doing all digital. We've exposed that guy." It's like, yeah, I'm telling you, I've been telling you out the break. Yeah, I do digital because, you know, this is not my full-time job. I wish it was, you know, but that entirely depends on, you know, the kind of support that I get. But I can't sit back and say, well, I'm not trying to guilt trip anybody, you know, on that. It's just like, hey, if I make enough money to where I don't have to work a day job, then I will. You know, if I make enough money streaming to where I don't have to work a day job, absolutely, I will take that up in a heartbeat. You know, and put together some of the best content that I can with the time that I'll be allotted. 8 hours a day of drawing, shoot. You know, I'll definitely, you know, maximize the most of that. And as I've changed my skills to this comic book style, I'm definitely going to be testing the waters with a lot more fan art of people's own creative stuff, as opposed to, you know, drawing Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, which are cool, but it's so much more exciting when you see new characters. That's how I feel, at least. So that's just kind of like how I'm rocking with that. And I know some people, they want to get with the big companies, and that's fine, but that ain't me. That's just not me. So I need to go ahead and get ready to shut things down. I'm sweating in here. I guess it's the lights, all the flashing lights. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I'll be back streaming tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see what tomorrow will be like. I mean, it might be another draw, chat, and chill. Most likely, 75% likely. Unless something, you know, extemporaneous happens, it may be a different show. I'll talk about that, so we'll see. But let's see, what time? I think it might be earlier during the day, and it all kinds of depends on how the day starts. If I can get an early day stream in, or maybe some commentary, and then do an evening stream of art, you know, I'll definitely rock that out. I'll probably go back to my concept art of characters that I got for VKP, so that still didn't give like a direct time. If I stream in the evening, it'll probably be somewhere about around 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time. And if I stream in the morning, maybe 10 a.m. And if I do both, it'll be those. It'll be 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, and between 2 and 3 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time. And I didn't expect for this stream to go on that long, but I was like, well, let me catch up with some of these other folks, as they call it, is e-fapping. Still trying to get used to that term. I'm not used to that yet, but yeah. For all my shout out to all my Patreon supporters, including you, sir, Jolt Warrior. Y'all go ahead and check out his stuff on IG and Instagram. In fact, let me see. We are. I'm gonna go ahead and share your stuff right now, man. Jolt Studios. did you change? Let me see. Did you change your profile in IG? I ain't seen IG in a hot minute. They must not be sharing your stuff. That algorithm, man, gotta fight it, gotta fight it. Yeah, I don't see you here. Let me see, I'll make sure I'm not missing nothing. What'd you change your IG to? And if you can, send me a message so it can pop up. Cause I don't see it. Oh no. Yeah, I don't see it at all. What the heck, man? Yeah, I don't know where you're at on let me see, maybe I can find it through the hashtags. I don't know if you made a hashtag on it. No. Somebody help me out, I'm looking for this dude. Where's Jolt Studios on Instagram? Where's the search? Did they? Oh, Burrow Studios. That's why. Okay, got it. Burrow Arts. Okay, got it. So yeah, y'all be sure to check out Burrow Arts on. His link is on Instagram. His link is on in the chat. Check out his stuff. See what he's got. He's got some amazing talent and some very unique characters. I think like you got a thing with rabbits, because some of your characters, they resemble rabbits and they're really fast. So I like the superpowers of the super fast rabbit. I think that's pretty cool, and you can do a lot of things with that. So that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a heck of a night, longer than I thought it would be, and very much well worth it. You know, as always, it's a pleasure to be with you. If you catch the stream live or if you catch it on the replay, great. Definitely, if you like the content, want to see more coming, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Share it as well, if you feel so inclined. You have a good night as well, brother. Take care, Jolt Warrior, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Y'all remember to keep it Omni, and God bless America, because we need it right now. All right, I'm gone for real this time, y'all. Peace out.